everybody, it's me, Barefoot Lass, with something special for Valentine's Day. Have you been searching around on the internet for a new sweet recipe for Valentine's Day for your sweetheart? Well, you've come to the right place because I'm going to share a recipe and it is square LadyLocks. But of course, if you know me, I had to kick it up a notch and put in a secret ingredient to make it even more scrumptious. Now don't forget, stay to the very end to get my fabulous bonus tip to make your life easier. Okay, on to the recipe. I'm really excited to show you guys this recipe because it's like so yummy. I'm gonna put the recipe in the description box for everybody. And this is going to be the first step. The first thing we're going to do is pour 1 cup of milk in a saucepan. Then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of flour and put it on medium heat. Then you're going to take a whisk and mix it. Now what we want to do is thicken this. And it's going to be our thickener for our filling. So you just keep your eye on it. Don't even leave it. Just keep whisking till it gets thick. It doesn't take long at all, so you want to make sure that you're standing there whisking it and getting all of the lumps out. I hope you can see that. It only takes just a few minutes. And this is what it should look like. And then take it off the heat. Now you could put this in the freezer to cool off, but I always put it in a different container so it fits in the freezer. Okay, into the freezer it goes. Our next step is we're going to use our puff pastry. There's no way I'm making homemade. We got our puff pastry. You let it thaw. And it only takes about maybe 15 minutes. I'm just using parchment paper. And then we just want to take a little bit of flour and just put it on our parchment. Unfold your pastry sheets. And now we're going to cut them. You can cut them with a knife. And even if they're a little bit off, it doesn't matter. And you can use a pizza cutter. I don't know why, but I like the knife better. Now I'm going to cut these into individual pieces about this size. I like to do rectangles instead of squares. And the reason for that is they're easier to eat. The next step is I'm going to transfer these on the parchment covered baking sheet. And you're supposed to set them 1 inch apart. And we preheated our oven at 350 degrees. Now we're going to bake these in the oven, 350, until they get brown. And approximately 10 minutes. I took them out of the oven. Now I'm going to put them on paper towels. And it'll absorb extra grease. I made them a little bit too brown. It's okay. They'll work. Next step is pretty easy. You just take your cold pastry and gently cut them to open like a sandwich. You do all of them. And then we'll move on to the next step. At the bottom of my bowl, I like to put a napkin because when I use the mixer, it kind of helps for it to stay steady. Okay, first we're going to do 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of shortening, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1 cup of sugar. This is where the pain in the butt stuff happens for me. I don't have a KitchenAid. If you have a KitchenAid, you're a lucky duck, because this is a pain in my bum. Now we have to mix this on high for 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I forgot to tell you guys, you can use regular granulated sugar, or for this recipe, I like to use the Domino's Quick Dissolve because it makes it smoother. But you can use regular, it's okay. This stuff is great for like iced tea and stuff. It dissolves really quickly. The next step is I got our stuff, our thickener, out of the freezer. And the tip for this is before you put it in the freezer, put some saran wrap on top so that when you take it out, there's not skin on top. Okay, all we do is dump it in. And then we beat it again for 5 more minutes on high. I'm telling you, I really want a KitchenAid really bad. If anybody is like listening, I want a KitchenAid. Okay, 5 more minutes on high. Okay, it's done. Nice and white and fluffy. Now we're going to take our pastry, split it in half, and take our yummy whipped icing, which, believe it or not, isn't sweet. You're going to be amazed when you taste these. It doesn't seem like it, but they're not that sweet. And you put about that much on. And then my secret sauce. You can use strawberry preserves or raspberry preserves or jelly. And what I have here is actually sugar-free strawberry preserves. So I am going to take just a little bit down the center, and then I'm going to put the lid on. All right, do one more. I like to put extra. It's like my favorite icing of all times because it's not sweet. And then just put a little line down there. Put the top on. And try to make it a little bit high. Don't smoosh it. I have to tell you, I did keep them in the oven a little bit too long because they're a little bit brown on top. You don't have to make them that brown. Just make them a little bit, make them a little lighter. But they're fine the way they are. They just don't look as good. Okay, let's spruce them up a little bit. I'm going to take some confectionery, and just tap. Now we're going to make them really fancy-dancy. I got this really neat decorating flakes. They're so pretty and sparkly. They don't taste like anything, but they do spruce it up. I'm just going to take a little bit and just gently sprinkle a little bit on top. You really don't need too much. It's just to make it like Valentine's-y. The other ones I made a little bit too small. You can make them into squares. You can make them any size you want. But the one thing that I did notice was that the bigger you make them, the puffier they get. So these are just like finger food ones. Here's the finished product. Hey, I'll tell you what, they are good. They are really good. I am a little bit bummed because I did brown them too much. But they're still like excellente. Bonus tip time. Okay, before the bonus tip, do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. It's like free, dirt cheap. It's free to subscribe. So subscribe and leave me a comment because I love my comments. Okay, the bonus tip time. Okay, I'm sure you have one of these. in your kitchen with your utensils and everything. And when you grab it, now if you I don't sharpen my knives like you should, but if it was sharp and you go to try to find it, like you can cut yourself. What are we gonna do? Get yourself an empty paper towel roll, smoosh it like that, then put your knife in and fold it over. And you can put a piece of tape on there. You can even make it fancy dancy and paint stuff on there and da 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 da. But anyway, love this tip because something so simple and it works. Okie dokie, thanks a lot guys for staying till the end. Love you guys and see ya!